Day 125, relapse, semen retention, man. So on this journey, man, it's been a long journey, man, of benefits spiritually, physically, and mentally, okay? That is the practice of tapping into this energy, tapping into your own energy. And really, I talk about it so much. You must connect the soul with the vessel, okay? You must have unity with yourself through this experience with life, okay? This update I'm giving you, I relapsed a while digging out some guts, going in and out, till, she creamed on my pogo stick and we gave it to her, But the thing is, you got to understand is you must be united with yourself. And that's why I did this experience of going on retention of holding my seed. Because through this time, I realized you gotta build mental calluses on your mind. You gotta be strong through the experiences you've been through in your past. And you have to be united with yourself of going through this experience, because you can be your biggest enemy. You can be the guy that's overthinking everything you're doing in your life, to where you're talking to a woman, you're overthinking, or you want to do a business and you want to make some type of money for yourself. You want to make some type of living. You want to live your dream life. You overthink that whole thing and be your own enemy. You give negative thoughts to your own success, to your own image. And I realized this journey enhances having your back, because at the end of the day, you're doing what not everybody is doing, okay? You're going through the hardship of discipline. That shit is not easy, dog. Like, you got to realize anything in this life that's involved growth is not easy, okay? Like, when you in that field of what you doing want to do, and you got to get to putting out work for yourself, doing that, the productive time and investing time into yourself, not everybody can hang during them times, dog. But everybody is attracted to success, okay? Everybody is attracted to success, because it's the hardship of what it takes to actually get there. And I realized on this journey of relapsing and understanding that it's okay, bro. It's okay if you relapse on this journey. It's about the hardship of just applying yourself and having your back. That's why they say, oh, it gives you more confidence. That's why they say it's going to tap you into your energy. You have to be tapped into your energy this whole experience, this whole time of the one experience you get, if that's what you believe in. And you genuinely start to have more respect for the earth, the life outside of you. You'll start enjoying nature more. You'll start just enjoying the things you're seeing, because your mind and your dopamine is just fucked, okay? It's to the point to where everything is not enough for you. You always have to pick up something to give you some type of pleasure, okay? And the sites do that to you, man. That's why on my channel, I promote so much as just going up and sparking up a conversation. Whether or not it's with a woman, or just to make more friends, or make a connection for your business. And the discipline of semen retention does that for you. It gets you outside, okay? It gets you to the point of where you have to create a life for yourself, because you have your life force. And with your life force, it's not gonna allow you to be a bum, okay? And if you are your biggest enemy and you have this life force, you can still not do anything with it. That's why I always say the man who's undisciplined but always has his back and always have confidence in himself, and always, just releasing, he could still make something of himself, because he's united the soul with the vessel. And that's the main takeaway I got from this experience. You must unite the soul with the vessel. What do I mean by that? Be your biggest asset. Okay, when times get hard, at the end of the day, dog, I got my back. That's why you watch my channel. That's why you subbed up. That's why you like my videos, because at the end of the day, I got your back. But do you have your back? And I realized this on this journey, that overall, dog, I gotta have my back. I gotta be able to get through the tough times, because when I didn't have nothing, when I was in debt and I couldn't buy anything, and I was, living and not living the life I wanted to live, I realized something had to change. So I had to get more discipline in my life. I had to put more structure in my life, Because my job as a man is to bring the structure. So I must have structure in my own life and trust my own leadership of where I'm going in my life. And the semen retention helps you with that. Okay? And you have to be united with yourself. I'm going to keep stressing that to you. Because at the end of the day, if you cannot save yourself, you will not be able to save yourself from the reality that we live in today. And the BS that is going to be thrown at you, thrown at you, and thrown at you, and thrown at you. Because you are a light, okay? And you have to shine. You are meant to shine. You are the chosen one. You. That's why you watch these type videos. That's why. Because at the end of the day, you know you can't be your biggest enemy. Remember all them times they did you wrong and they didn't see your worth? Remember all them times that you had the visions as a child and now it's time to actually do the visions? Well, now it's time, dog. Now it's time to actually use your life force to get outside and do what you need to do. But it all comes from the unity you have to have for yourself. So even if you're relapsing, even if you're not living this perfect life, just have your back and stick to the action. Stick to the grit. Stick to doing what you got to do. And you pour into yourself, dog. And understanding that you're going to have relationships to where you're going to vibe out with a woman to where you're going to like that woman maybe. You may catch feelings, but you never pour too much into her cup to where you can't afford for when she pull that cup away and she not interested no more. Understand that everybody is waking up with a different train of thought every single day, okay? But long as you give yourself the unity every single day, none of that shit matter. You could tell them to get the fuck on because at the end of the day, you got to the soil of the roots of you, and the semen retention has done that. So if you've been tuning into all these videos of the passionate grinding and discipline and the hard days of just me holding it, dog, and you've been on this journey along, dog, you understand what it take when you posting that video on YouTube and then you understand that, okay, it may not get that many views, but I'm just gonna post my story anyways because I got the pen to the book. You understand it's all gonna be worth it. When you working that job and you don't feel like working that job, but you understand you keeping your pen to the book and it's only a stepping stone to the next chapter, you understand it's all leading up to I did everything I could do at the end of the book. I gave myself the okay when I messed up at the end of the book. Because during the times of the hard chapters in my life, I took on the hardship of giving myself the real answer and the real action I needed to do. And I needed this journey of just holding my seed, dog, because honestly, I get women. So at the end of the day, it's like women are not a challenge to me. You know what I'm saying? So my biggest challenge is myself. I understood that. So why not unlock things in my brain and unlock the vessel I have to where I can take this to the next level? Okay? And I'm telling you, dog, the thing about semen retention, bro, it's really about the unity with yourself. That way you can head up, bro. When you give yourself the unity with yourself, you go up, bro. You simply go up because you having your back is you're unstoppable, okay? You having confidence in yourself and understanding that you're not gonna know everything, but putting action and putting the vision of what you want to create for yourself is gonna give you all the answers that you seem confused on. Like, okay, why my dad wasn't in my life? Okay, well, why women didn't choose me when I was younger? Okay, well, why I don't have the resources and money I need to have right now? Once you stick to the action of doing what you gotta do, like just getting yourself out there to the market, being you, doing the world a favor of being you and being united with yourself, strong with yourself, ain't nobody fucking with you, dog. When I did that, I got my crib. When I did that, I got my car. But it all came from the unity with myself, okay? And you're going to go through spiritual battles with yourself. You're going to get more hate because you're going to be glowing. You're going to just have this energy that people are attracted to. All type of energies are going to be attracted to you. So when you step outside, when you step out the crib, when you step out your home, be ready for whatever. You don't know if it's going to be the last day or it's going to be your best day or your worst day. But really, it's all good because it's all a part of your story and it's all lessons and answers through this whole experience. So have a good time, G. I realized during this journey of discipline and getting myself out there in the world, of applying myself to my businesses, it's really about enjoying the experience. So make sure you enjoying the experience. I hope my journey was very, very helpful for you. And keep the pen on the book, okay? None of that extra stuff matter. None of the people who's not choosing you or adding value to your life, it doesn't matter. You have to add value to your life and you have to be united with yourself to unravel the world that's in front of you. But first you must get to the roots that is inside of you and live your life. And that is the way you get the answers you've been looking for your whole life. Okay? So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna holler at you on another one, man.